Hey, hey. Hi, guys. All right, so Libras, let's see where this begins, shall we? Thank you guys for your lovely birthday messages. I was super touched. Libras, we begin with you, smack dab in the middle here. Normally, if our own zodiac shows up, I look at that as, wow, somebody's like really in sync with themselves. But I have to say, in sync with themselves, but this card carries with it a heavier vibe to it than most of the Justice cards do. You notice how Lady Justice has actually been hampered, right? She's got these vines that have wrapped around her, grown around her, because a lot of time has passed. Somebody has been trying to do their best for a long time, but it's like they've been, I want to say, up against some tough stuff for a long time. And that's not okay. That hasn't been fair. But remember, to be your own, image here speaks of tremendous inner strength. So despite, this is more like the sense of awareness that, you know what, something wasn't right, but I've still been good. Something wasn't handled right, something wasn't fair, but you know what? It didn't wipe me out. It didn't take me down. That is admirable. That is remarkable. That is like, take a bow, give yourself a pat on the back, because this is amazing to say a bunch of things have not been okay. A bunch of things have been stacked against me. But you know what? I'm still going to do right. I'm still going to do right by myself. I'm going to do right by others. Let's see. I know the vines really show up pretty heavily there for me. Four of Swords. That's actually, I mean, again, fits beautifully there. So the overall energy is, I mean, it's that, or it is that someone has been thinking heavily about Libra, and they've been trying to heal from something. I mean, could it be the reverse, where somebody thinks Libra did them dirty, or they're thinking like, when is the Libra not going to be stuck anymore, so that they can, like engage with me? Or has somebody been healing from something that they went through with the Libra? I mean, we could look at it in a couple different ways, but I want to step back and just say this, because it's a Libra storyline and this is Libra. Libra energy is really heavy, really strong, not heavy, but powerful in this, in the best sense. But this card does carry an acknowledgement that something has not been okay, something has taken a long time, and that has caused the need for silence and healing. So that's where we're going to begin this. All right. I was hoping for something fluffy. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for some like wonderful fluff ball story, but instead this looks like a story, I mean, of heroism, like heroics. This is somebody who's dealing with talk about heroism, somebody who is dealing with stuff like a boss. This is awesome. Again, Libra vibes that are going through that chariot. That's Cancerian energy, but powerful. Like Libra is moving forward, and this is also a card of balance, just like the Justice card is. Different balance though. This is more balance on the internal part of ourselves, whereas the Justice card is more about external balance. Righting things that are wrong. Somebody's on the move. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start to identify, because I've got to choose which direction I'm going to read this. I'm going to say that this is all about the Libra themselves, since they were their first card out. And the Libra is moving forward. After silently healing, they are now feeling pretty peppy. They are able to make tremendous progress right now. Libra is working really hard, but for tremendous payout. So this is not just like, I'm spinning my wheels and I'm still not getting anywhere. Oh no, there's a breaking away. There's a run for freedom, but only an emperor or an empress can ride in a chariot, which is why I'm like, wow, this is like some powerful Libra. What I'm saying is the Libra themselves is in this incredibly powerful, balanced, inner strength kind of vibe. And that is making them say, everything I do is going to benefit my life. Every decision I make, it's going to be well thought out and well planned, so that I can see the fruits of my labor. I got to say, let's backtrack for just a second, because I'm wondering for a while, let's use a different deck for this represents something that was not okay, right? This is the darker, heavier stuff. What was it that the Libra had to overcome? I'm going to ask that. As much as it's not fun to ask about the heavy stuff, still, when we see so much, okay, so it could have been a tough marriage. It could have been being held back, not being able to really shine our light in the brightest way, not being supported, not having a peaceful environment or a peaceful, like, kind of, I'm going to really say this is a connection to one's higher self that might have been really, somebody was being stunted, somebody was being forced to play small, and it's like, no, you have all this glow, and you have all this light, you have all this powerful aura, and it's almost as if someone wanted to make sure that Libra couldn't shine as brightly as they should. Could it have been in like a some kind of a setting where it was rules and regulations that required somebody to be really confined? Sure, but rules and regulations could go along with any form of contract, whether it was a business or whether it was, relationship like marriage, or belief system. All of that it created suppression for the Libra. That's what I'll say. It created suppression of joy, suppression of connection to one's higher self. They weren't allowed to express themselves properly. Well, you don't want to try holding the Libra back. It's interesting though, because we have this Queen of Cups. Again, this loving attitude, this loving energy was maybe not nurtured, was maybe not, anybody who's lucky enough to have this kind of love given to them. Look, Libras, you're 1 in a million. She's a mermaid. If you're lucky enough to find a mermaid, that is something so beautiful. But instead, this person could have been made to feel like, and I'm just going to say, like an outsider, like an outcast. Like, why can't you just have legs like everybody else? Because you're a freaking mermaid. You're better than legs. You're a precious gem in a world full of, everybody like everybody else. You stood out. You were unique. Somebody didn't like that though. Don't be unique. You'll outshine me. So instead, somebody cuts this mermaid down and says that her fins are no good, says that you shouldn't have fins. You can't be a mermaid. Hide that you're a mermaid. That's what I'm getting off of this. I don't know if that'll make sense the way I've just explained that, but these are imaginative storytelling. So I'm just going to say somebody wouldn't let you be a mermaid. They wanted you to pretend you weren't a mermaid, but it'd be way better to be the mermaid. But they're intimidated by that. Someone or something said you can't be that. You can't be what you are. But it's just so unfair because this is so special, and so loving and so kind, and someone did not appreciate it, but they also didn't even want that to be shown. So nope, play small, pretend you're not a mermaid when you are. Libra got over that. Libra figured that out. That's no wonder we got that first card out, which is Libra's like, yeah, I know me. Don't you tell me that I can't have fins. Don't you tell me I'm not a mermaid. Like, I like this Virgo. Virgo? Why did I say that? This Libra. Sorry, I'm Virgo and I get real sassy sometimes, and I always call myself Sassy Kate. And I guess that was my sassy Virgo-esque energy coming through. Yeah, I think that especially with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse here, I feel like maybe this even led to a loss of an opportunity of something that Libra wanted. And I think that was a turning point. It's like, wait a second, because of the rules, the restrictions, the regulations, because somebody telling me I can't be a mermaid, telling me to play small, telling me I can't be what I am, I can't show my gifts, I can't show how bright I am. I had to miss out on an opportunity of something I wanted for myself. And I think that was a turning point. It's like, oh no. And this could have been a big thing or a little thing. This could have been like, someone doesn't want their significant other to, like, maybe they're a great singer or actor or performer or something. And it's like, no, I'd be embarrassed if you're out there performing, whatever, in the local theater. And so even though you would have got the lead role, partner doesn't want you on stage for their own petty, selfish reasons. That's not okay. Or there just wasn't the support. Somehow there wasn't support. Now, this could have been something small. This could have been something big. But the bottom line is, when we realize that other people's wants are making it so that we don't get to express who we really are, that's a really great turning point where we go, nope, that went too far. That was the thing that we needed to actually have happen so we could say, oh, that's not all right with me. No, 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 no. I don't play small anymore, because playing small means I can't sing and I have a beautiful voice. Playing small means I can't act and I'm a terrific actor or actress. It's interesting how that totally backfired on whomever was trying to suppress it, backfired on them. So, whatever it was, I have to say this was a blessing in disguise, because this would have been the turning point. This is what allowed the Libra to heal and go, oh no, I don't play small. Have you seen me? Do you know? Do you know what I can do? I'm a terrific performer. And all the times that somebody tells me you can't do that, and then I miss an opportunity, I realize that I'm not going to miss an opportunity again for things that I know are meant to be mine, because I'm gifted this way and this is something that I shine in. I love the fact that we have a character advocating so much for themselves. No wonder they actually got their balance. Instead of, remember what I said at the beginning of, I view this as external balance, meaning, being fair. This is like Lady Justice. This is, deals sometimes with things in the grand scheme, right? Someone who wants to say, okay, it's my life, but on the other hand, I can't live so selfishly that I never consider what others want. I should, bend my will sometimes to, play nice and accommodate others. But all of those external wants of other people actually wound up hampering this individual to the point where here they are, rooted, unable to even, that wouldn't be very fun. You're sitting here, even if it's a throne, by the time you have, vines wrapped around you to where you can't even wiggle your feet, that's not going to feel comfortable anymore. And there's also, it just shows this huge elapse of time and like more constriction. And pretty soon it's like, wait a second, this isn't fair. This isn't balanced. I was trying to be fair and balanced and, do right by others and think about others. But when me thinking about others, when I realize it's a one-way street because they ain't thinking about me at all, oh no, now I can see where that mistake is. Now I can see where the imbalance is. I was acquiescing too frequently to the demands of others, yet they never really factored in, my gifts, my skills, my right to be a mermaid, my right to do what I do well, my right to live, a good quality life for myself as well. But that is the beautiful turning point where now our character thinks about their internal balance and they go, I'm going to do what's right for me. I'm going to work toward dreams and goals of my own, not in a selfish manner, but a little bit in the sense of like, it's been out of balance and the only one who can make it in balance is me. Therefore, it has to come from within me. And that's what our lead character is doing now. I'm going to make it right for me and I'm going to work hard, and I'm fine working hard because it's for my benefit now. It's not to make sure that I grind away and make the paycheck and bring it home and never step out of line and never make anybody uncomfortable with my gifts or my skills. Heck no, I'm going to work on exactly what I want. We've got a King of Cups in the reverse and we got the Emperor in the reverse. This is possibly with a lot of negative Nellies around, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even phase our Libra. It's like, yeah, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I don't get the support. This could even be representing two different characters that are like, well, what are you doing? Don't you think that that's selfish that you're looking out for number one first? And it's like, nope, I sure don't. Nope, not a bit. Because when I did everything to be helpful, this could be all within a family. This could represent like, it doesn't matter about gender. This could be strong mother-father figures, or it could be this is a male archetype, but it could be like a father figure that's disapproving and, whatever, brother or friend or cousin or, someone else. It could be that some strong masculines in the family, like, what are you doing? You're working on things that are just for you. You're working on moving. You're working on changing your whole life. But we're used to you doing what we said. It's like, yeah, that's not how that's going to work. That's what it looks like, is like we have a lead character right now who is doing, wow, Seven of Swords in the reverse. They're also they're seeing very clearly if others had been influencing their choices with just negativity and lack of support. It's like, I know without a doubt why you operate the way you do, because you two are in your you haven't learned your lessons. You want me to play as small as you have. You want me to be as powerless as you are. You want me to choose to toe the line the way you say, because in fact, it's you that toes lines, instead of like having the courage to live and be, this could be two jealous characters also. Like, well, why do you get to break away from the things that we're still doing? And you're going to like live your life the way you want to, but we didn't get to do that. And I feel like that's the big sense of awareness. Like sometimes other people behave in certain ways and try to make us conform because they're conforming first. And they're like, well, if I don't get to be happy, you sure shouldn't get to go and be happy. And it's like, I can see that so clearly now. Their lack of control over their own life is they impressed it upon me. Like I too was supposed to live small because they've lived small. They don't feel like they have true power. That's an interesting twist, and that's an interesting observation to make. 10 of Wands, our lead character it doesn't matter. They don't care. And it's not like, oh, I don't care about the feelings of others, but it's like, that doesn't burden me, because what I've learned is each person has to walk their own path in life. Each person has to choose what's true for them. Each person has to find that sense of courage, has to find that tipping point where they go, you know what? I'm not going to miss any more wonderful opportunities because I'm towing the line, playing by all the rules that other people have set for me and how bright I'm allowed to shine, where I'm not allowed to shine, who I can love, who I can't love, how what careers I'm allowed to have or I'm not allowed to have. Why would I miss out on opportunities for great love because someone doesn't approve? Why would I miss out on opportunities to be who I really am because someone doesn't support me? I don't need anybody's support. I never needed their permission either. I just need to give myself permission to be who I am. That's what this is looking like. This is pretty strong. As far as like, I'm thinking that song, I'm Coming Out. I want the world to know. We got Lovers sideways. And remember, the last card that we'd had was that 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy. We have the 9 of Coins in the reverse. And we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. I gotta say, somebody's mind is on other kinds of satisfaction, other kinds of love, a different relationship, maybe something from their past, maybe something where it's like, I don't even care if like nothing bothers me anymore. The idea of, this could have influenced a partner that we chose in the past. Maybe we didn't pick a partner that we were crazy in love with, or maybe we never really fell crazy in love with anybody, but we committed to someone anyway. And it's like, you know what? I have a feeling that there's other great love out there. Maybe I'm not looking for it right now, or maybe there is somebody already on my mind, but maybe I'm not going after it in this very moment, because first I just got to kind of like experience, spreading my wings and flying and working on, creating the life that I want to live. But I have zero fears about, will I have enough money? Anytime that we break away from any particular like routine, it means we're going to go into the unfamiliar, right? And so even if a routine was uncomfortable, it was confining, it was restricting, it still is going to be awkward at first to not have that, I'm going to say comfort, even though it could be a really like toxic form of comfort, but the comfort of like knowing how our life has been governed. So having all that personal freedom all of a sudden, it could be overwhelming, but it's not for this character. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm not scared of anything. Money, whatever, I'll make it. I'm not going to be stressed about anything. I'm not afraid of the big wide world. I'm only afraid of being placed in a little box and saying, this is how brightly you can shine. This is how loud you can sing. This is who you can see. This is who you can love, and no one but what we tell you. This person is saying, yeah, none of that. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm probably going to make some different decisions about lovers when I'm ready. There's also not a pressure to suddenly rush into that. Tell me about the Lovers card. I mean, the fact that it's sideways is okay. So it's on somebody's mind pretty heavily. Strength. I feel like this is somebody who is like really feeling like they're ready for a more passionate life. Maybe they're in love with a Leo. Maybe it's somebody who, this is again a card of balance, somebody who soothes my savage beast. I want that kind of person. I want that kind of love, and I'm ready to have the kind of love where I don't know, maybe this was like somebody was always told that you can't really love too much, or that could be I don't know, this is weird, but it's almost like, were they told like, don't get together with the person that you really love, because then if things fall apart, like, it's too devastating, or you'll be a fool for someone. Don't get together with someone that you love, like with your whole heart and soul, because then they have power over you. I mean, it could even be something like that, or it's just that our lead character is recognizing that others did that. Others lived that way. They lived their life never really going after anyone that they really truly wanted to be with. Never really went after their big dreams, because it was like, yeah, but then that has power over you. And it's like, but so then instead you live your life halfway all the time. You're in relationships that don't really matter, just because I would argue that that would be fear is governing their life choices, not personal strength. And indeed, because these two are in the reverse, these are two people in the life of this lead character who they've seen and they've understood. You live your life governed by fear. I don't actually have those fears. Again, this is very much a story of courage. Someone who feels very courageous about the choices that they're going to make in their own life now. Two of Coins in the reverse, absolutely certain. Our lead character could even be cutting off conversation and dialogue with some of those characters that we've just seen. I don't know who the Emperor and the King of Cups are in the reverse, but they're two individuals that I think our lead character is saying, I really don't need any more of your input. I'm not asking for your help or your permission. And all the negative stuff isn't going to make me change my mind or scare me, because they've seen a truth. These individuals were actually the ones who've been scared all along. It's the Libra who's always been courageous. I love the fact that we have a lead character. Whew, death card. Libras reinventing themselves right down to the style of clothes they wear, right down to their haircut. Everything that they do, they might be changing their career. They're changing the way they walk. They're changing, like, there is a huge sense of, if there had been like inhibitions, if there had been fears, if there had been, anything, we realize that was never mine. That was somebody else that they put on me. They put their fears on me. They made me feel uncomfortable about myself, maybe even made me feel like I wasn't good enough, made me feel like I was the outcast or the outsider if I dared to do anything. Heck, if I wore, whatever, a slightly pink shirt, that was like, what are you doing wearing that shirt? And it was like, you never hear the end of it. Like, the razzing was just endless. So it was just more like being picked apart all the time, and it might've looked awesome. Masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who our lead character is. I mean, it could be that stereotypical thing where it's like, oh, well, you're a man. What are you doing? Wear a pink shirt, blah, 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 it could be that kind of just like the needling and the belittling and the, all of that, like anything that they did were under scrutiny. And now this person's like, I don't care. I'm buying 3 different pink shirts and I'm going to wear them with a, magenta tie, like whatever this is, it's like, I'm doing whatever I feel like. I'm definitely doing things differently now. Death card is there for a reason. Somebody is shedding the old skin and they are kind of being reborn. So what does that mean for the Libra? That's our final. Ooh, very nice. 6 of Coins. Queen of Wands, there's that Leo energy. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. What I want to say with this is, I just want to sit and soak in like somebody's essence. Whomever this lead character is, they already have an idea of what kind of energy they want to bring into their life, who they want to be around. Could it be, it doesn't have to be a Leo, right? Sag Aries is here also. And again, I don't care so much about signs. What I care about is energy vibe. Our lead character wants to give and receive energy that has something to do with the Queen of Wands vibe, which is somebody who they walk their own walk. They talk their own talk. They don't care what anybody thinks of them. They do whatever they're going to do with or without people's approval. Maybe this person has made their way in life. Maybe this is now representing the way the Libra is going to walk through this world entirely. It's like, once upon a time, I wasn't this person, but I am now. And I just want to bask in this. I want to feel this way. And I don't want to move on from it. I want to get into that vibe and I want to sit still and soak that in for a little bit. I've never interpreted the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse that way before. Normally this is like a blockage, but this is more like I want to slow the hands of time so I can just soak up this energy that I'm sitting in. Or I want to say this, I just want to like hold you in my arms and like have time stop. That's the sentence that came to me first, because this looks like, you know, gears on a clock. And even with the scales, I don't know, it makes me think of like, I mean, well, this is Libra, right? But it makes me think of lightening the load. It makes me think of changing something to the other hand. It makes me think of like, I don't know, I want to stop time and just enjoy this. Like, I feel lighter and brighter, but there's something about this very sensual energy. Again, this is like, I want to like bask in this kind of like the giving and receiving of like respect and passion and all the things that I didn't get to experience before. Maybe this is about one particular person that our lead character already has in their mind that they want to you know, have as a mate. This could be someone that they already, this could be someone that they can't move on from. This could be a great love. Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. I know it's a queen, but that's it. Genders are irrelevant in my stories. It's somebody though that is super like, if it is feminine energy, even if this represents a man, it would be someone who is super warm-hearted, someone who is able to give and receive. So this is like someone who, you know, I'll just use like cuddling as an example. Like, they're passionate and they're a go-getter, but they're also like cuddly, and they can say words of love and it rolls off their tongue easily. It's not something that is like difficult for them to find those words to say. So I don't know, it's a very nice energy, but it's about, I just want to stop time and I want to live in this energy now. Our lead character is making this happen for themselves. Remember, this is a major change that they're having. It's like, I am changing my entire life, and that's where I would like it to go. And then I want to live in that world now. I don't even want to remember the world that I was trapped in for so long prior to that. I want to live in that world and bask in that world. I got to say, this looks like somebody who is distancing themselves from an entirely, possibly, and I hate to use the word toxic so much, right? But an entirely toxic group or situation that they were in for a very long time. They are leaving all of it behind. They might be leaving people behind. They're leaving like the entire energy flow of that situation in the past. It's a very courageous and very like a renewed life kind of energy is what we've got on this. So anyway, I'm going to leave that one there, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me as always. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that jazz. Bye.